Okay, welcome everyone. We're doing a deep dive today looking at the future of energy.
Yeah, moving a bit beyond the usual suspects, solar and wind. They're vital, obviously.
Absolutely crucial, yeah. They've done so much for carbon reduction, but, they do have limits.
Exactly, that intermittency thing. The sun doesn't always shine, wind doesn't always blow.
Right. And the sources you shared really hammer home the storage issue, too. Costly, complex,
Storing that energy reliably is probably the biggest hurdle right now.
which is why we're looking further afield today, isn't it? Based on this material.
Precisely. What else is coming? What other innovations could really, fill the gaps and complement what we already have?
Let's dig in. First up, something literally beneath our feet, geothermal.
Yeah, tapping into the Earth's heat. We've done it for ages in, volcanic areas.
But the sources talk about something new or newer. Enhanced geothermal, EGS.
Exactly, EGS. This is the potential game changer because it lets us get heat from deep rock formations almost anywhere.
Anywhere, not just places like Iceland or, geologically active spots.
Well, potentially, yes. You inject water, fracture the rock, circulate fluid, capture heat. It basically creates the geothermal resource where you need it.
So it could become a reliable, baseload power source globally.
That's the promise highlighted in the material. Consistent power, not weather dependent. A huge plus.
Okay, wow. So from under the ground to the oceans, tidal and wave power. Feels like they've been coming soon for a while.
They are earlier stage, definitely, compared to solar or wind, but the predictability is massive. Tides, we know those years ahead.
Right, predictability again. So what's the tech look like?
Well, you've got things like underwater turbines, one source mentioned, orbital marine powers tech, basically like underwater windmills turning in the currents.
Yeah.
And then wave energy converters, different designs trying to capture the just the sheer power of the waves. It's a massive untapped resource, the data suggests.
Untapped and predictable. Okay, let's shift gears completely. Growing fuel, algae biofuels.
Huh? Yeah, sounds a bit sci-fi, doesn't it? But it's a real focus.
So what's the advantage?
Speed, mainly. Algae grow incredibly fast. Some can double their mats in hours, way faster than corn or soy, and they need less land. Plus, and this is pretty cool, you can grow them in wastewater, so you're cleaning water while making fuel.
That's amazing. Two problems, one solution.
Pretty much. Scientists are tweaking strains, often using genetic tools to get more oil out of them. The potential yield per acre, according to one stat, could blow traditional biofuels away.
Okay, so geothermal, oceans, algae, and then the one everyone talks about, hydrogen, specifically green hydrogen.
Right. Green hydrogen is key. That means it's made using renewable energy solar, wind to split water. H2O into H2NO.
No emissions in the production.
Exactly. And the material really emphasizes its versatility. You can use it for heavy transport ships, trucks, or high heat industry, things that are hard to electrify.
And potentially for heating or storing energy, too.
Yes, potentially all of those. It's like a clean energy carrier. And we're seeing serious money, billions, being invested globally in hydrogen infrastructure, according to the reports.
Okay, so we've got all these different potential sources, geothermal, tidal, wave, algae, hydrogen, plus solar and wind. How does this all, work together without chaos?
Yeah, the integration challenge. That's where the other tech mentioned in the sources comes in. AI, for instance.
Artificial intelligence, how does that help?
Well, imagine managing a grid with all these variable inputs and outputs. AI is crucial for optimizing that, predicting supply from all sources, forecasting demand, routing power efficiently.
Spotting problems before they happen.
Exactly, preventing outages. It's about managing complexity.
And blockchain was mentioned, too. That seems like an odd fit.
Maybe at first glance, but think about decentralized energy, rooftop solar, maybe community geothermal.
People selling power back to the grid or to each other.
Precisely. Blockchain provides that secure, transparent ledger for all those transactions. Peer-to-peer energy trading. It builds trust in a distributed system.
Okay, so wrapping this up, what's the big picture from this deep dive for you listening?
Well, it's clear the future energy mix isn't just solar and wind. It's going to be much more diverse, more resilient, hopefully.
Using lots of different sources,
Yeah.
managed smartly by tech like AI.
Yeah, and integrating things we might not have thought possible just, a decade ago. Geothermal everywhere, fuel from algae.
These innovations really seem key to meeting our energy needs sustainably, don't they?
They hold tremendous promise. It's how we potentially power the future reliably.
Absolutely. Now, the transition, getting all this stuff scaled up and working together, that won't be easy. There are huge hurdles: cost, infrastructure, policy.
For sure. It's a massive undertaking. But the journey described in these sources, it's incredibly exciting, full of innovation.
Definitely.
Yeah.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with from all this.
Go for it.
If the next big energy breakthroughs are coming from, deep underground or the middle of the ocean or even algae ponds, what other big problems might have solutions hiding in, let's say, unconventional places we're just not looking at yet?
That's a good question to ponder. Where else should we be looking?